James over the middle, and it's caught by Houston. He breaks through 2 tacklers. He's ahead of everyone. He's going down the far sideline, down to the 30-yard line. He's 10 yards ahead of the field. A touchdown. Wow, 81 yards.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you give this video maybe a thumbs up or leave a comment below, possibly share this video, it would mean the world to me. But just anyway, thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. We got some, I guess, some good news, and I'll start off with that. Then we got some bad news. I just want to go over the team and player grades from PFF after the debacle, the 38-11 thrashing the New York Giants took at the hands of the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday. But starting off on maybe a little bit of a brighter note, the Giants signed linebacker, Benardrick McKinney, to their practice squad. He has to pass a physical. But apparently, from what I've been reading, he's not going to be on a practice squad very long. Apparently, if he passes the physical and everything goes okay, he's going to be pretty much elevated to being on the team. So, very good at run defense, he'll help out, like, in the middle, all right? Don't expect too much as far as in the coverage. If he passes the physical and he signs the contract and all that and everything. So I'll have to wait and see. He was spent from 2015 to 2020. He was pretty much with the Houston Texans. He's like a tackling machine. All right, he's very good at tackling. His run defense is very, very good. Right now, pass coverage is another story. Right, 2016. He had 129 combined tackles. 2017, he had 95 combined tackles. 2018, he was an All-Pro. He had 105 combined tackles. 2019, he had 101 combined tackles. So 3 of his seasons, he had over 100 combined tackles. 2020, he only had 37, but he played in. Sorry, it's my dog. He's sitting down next to me. He's making some funny noise. I wasn't sure if he was going to be thrown up or not because he just ate. Anyway, 2020, I do apologize. 2020, he had only played in 4 games. He had 37 combined tackles. So in 4 games, that's 9, a little over 9. At that pace. So at that pace, last season, in 16 game schedule at 9, he'd be on pace for 144 combined tackles. So, last year he was still playing at a high pace. He's still playing well. They put him. He was put on season-ending. He was put on the IR with a season-ending shoulder injury on October 13th of 2020. That's why he only got to play in 4 games. But as I said, he's good at run defense. As I said, don't expect too much out of the pass coverage. He has 1 interception in his career. He only has 2 fumble recoveries. He has 11.5 sacks. So, you look at it like, he's played, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, a little bit of 20. He's a little over 5 years. He has 11.5 sacks. So he gets a couple sacks every year. All right, so, nothing super spectacular. But as I said, he's very good at run defense. His rookie season, he graded out PFF, graded out at a 77.5. 2016, he graded out at a 72. 2017, he graded out at a 69, but his run defense was an 83.8, 2018, he graded out, this was the year he went to the Pro Bowl, he graded out at an 80.5, and his run defense was an 87.6. 2019, his last 2 years, his grades come down a little bit. 2019, he graded out at 65.8, and last year when he had his injured shoulder, he graded out at 57.8. But he has had good years. He's gone to the Pro Bowl. Now whether that can translate over, into The Giants this year, who knows? All right, he'll be 29 on November 19th, so he's not, he's not a young pup, but he's not over the hill yet. He's 6'4", 257 pounds. All right, so he's a big sized dude. He was drafted in the second round, number 43, okay, from Mississippi State, right, of the 2015 draft by the Houston Texans. As a junior at Mississippi State, right, he was an All-American. Okay, his junior year he graded out at a only 68.5 according to Pro Football Focus. All right, so it's nothing phenomenal, but he was an All-American. But his run defense he graded out at 83.7. Okay, and as that he was an All-American, so it got to be something to him. His coverage grade though after his junior season, I was a 48.5. So. Don't expect, as I said, don't be expecting too much in coverage out of him, all right? He'll be able to help clog up the middle, but, which the Giants need. They need, I'm seeing it both ways. I'm seeing, you're seeing something maybe up the middle, but also you see the runs sometimes out to the outside. It's just like the edge. It's kind of like, where the hell is the edge at? If you, I believe, if you're the last guy, means nobody gets outside of you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that all the time, So hopefully Benardrick can help the Giants out. So we'll have to wait and see. As I say, he still has to pass his physical and all that, right? All right, so now we got PFF. We got the grades, okay, for the Giants, all right? So after 6 weeks, all right, the Giants, their overall grade, all right, PFF is a 63.4. They're number 28. Okay, they keep plummeting. I couldn't imagine why. Their offensive grade. All right, let's see offensive grade. Their offensive grade was good. They keep falling. Let's see here. Let's see, they're number 26. Their grade is a 65.8. Their passing grade, they're plummeting big time here. Their passing grade, they were number 2. Okay, now they're number 19. They're a 73.7. All right, their passing grade was like an 88 or something. So the past couple of weeks they plummeted about 15 points, according to Pro Football Focus. Okay, the pass blocking grade. Let's see. After yesterday's debacle, let's see here. Oh, pass blocking grade. Okay, they're number 31. All right, only the Miami Dolphins are graded worse than the Giants. The New York Giants pass blocking grade is a 47.9. I'm so happy. His injuries, okay, got some injuries, all right. But, I'm also really happy that Dave Gettleman's been able to fix the offensive line problems we've had, and that's so good. The receiving grade for the Giants, they're number 23. They're 69.7. Their running grade, let's see here. Yeah, I'm sure this ought to be absolutely phenomenal. Their run grade. Where are we at here? Where are the Giants? Oh, the run grade. There you go. All right. Giants number 32. Absolute worst run grade. Shocking, I know. It's hard to believe. I know. I'm shocked just as you are. Their run grade, they're at a 56.4. Their run blocking. This is just as bad. Their run blocking. Let's see, run blocking. They're number 26. Run blocking grade is a 56.3. Now we go to their defense. Oh, yeah, their stellar defense here. Yeah, okay, the Patrick Graham's guy, they're number 26 now. They're 55.7. Their run defense. Let's see, the New York Giants. Okay, well, they're 18th. 55.9 is their run blocking, the run defense. Their tackling grade. Oh, well, they can tackle. They're number 8. Their tackling grade is 63.6. Their pass rush. All right, let's see. I'm sure this number would be really high, huh? Let's see. Pass rush, they're 25th. Their pass rush grade is 64.1. Their coverage grade, yeah, here we go. I'm sure this ought to be super phenomenal. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom here. I'm not even going to bother looking. Their coverage grade, they're number 26. Coverage grade, they're at 48.6. Absolutely. It's hard to believe. Detroit Lions, wow. this will make you feel a little bit better. The Detroit Lions coverage grade is a 29.6. Okay, and then finally we have the special teams grade, which the Giants are, let's see, they're at the bottom of the pack here again. They're 58. Oh my God. They're number 30. Wow. All right, let's see now. We got here, all right, the game against the Rams here. Okay, game report offensive grades. All right, let's see here. I'm sure we have some wonderful numbers here. Yep, yeah, it's hard to believe, but Kadarius Toney only played in 6 snaps, and he graded out an 86.4. Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, last week was over 90. This week, 86.4, and that's with a hurt foot. I mean, yeah. So you got to be happy with what we got. An additional first-round pick, and we got Kadarius Toney. I mean, is that exactly what we really needed for this team? I can say no, but well, if the dude can stay healthy, which he hasn't been able to do so far, I mean, you know, the guy's a star in the making, okay? All right, just going to put that out there. I mean, the guy looks really impressive if he can ever stay healthy. So, Elijah Penny, he graded out a 71.8, good for him. Nate Solder, I'm not quite sure how this happened. He graded out a 67. I really don't know how the hell that happened. Will Hernandez graded out a 64.2. Dante Pettis graded out a 61.1. Evan Ingram graded out a 60.8. Colin Johnson somehow graded out a 60.1. Matt Parrott graded out a 59.6. I'm not sure if they were looking at the same game I was looking at. Kyle Rudolph graded out a 58.7. C.J. Board, he had 6 snaps, you know. Unfortunately, it broke his arm. He's graded at 57.7. Sterling Shepard, it's just so confusing. Sterling Shepard graded out at 57.6, and he had 10 receptions. I mean, Nate Solder, they had him grading out at a 67.0, and he looked like a turnstile out there. I mean, I don't know. Let's see, Devontae Booker graded out at 57.2. Caden Smith graded out at a 54.9. Andrew Thomas, he managed to have 29 snaps before he just couldn't take it anymore. 54.8, but I mean, you know, he's afraid of 54.8, but he's got like his ankle is hurting him on one foot, and his foot is hurting him on the other foot. I mean, so it's like, well, yeah, it's hard to, can't catch a break. It's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, Billy Price had another rough game, graded out at 54.3. Corey Cunningham was in there for just 3 snaps. He graded out at 52.5. John Ross was in there for 32. He graded out at 46.7. Daniel Jones graded out at 35.1. Now, it's just kind of, I mean, if we actually had some blocking up front, wonder what he'd grade it out at. If we actually had some first-string receivers out there running on the field, I wonder what he would have graded out at, you know. Matt Skura was in there. He was the left guard. He graded out at, he was in 49 snaps at left guard. He graded out at 28.6. And Wes Martin took some more snaps at left guard. He took 26 snaps and he graded out at 23.5. So the left guard was absolutely ungodly pathetic between Martin and Skura. I mean, both of them graded out in the 20s. I mean, pressure straight up the middle. I mean, that might have been Aaron Donald too. That's a possibility. But, you know, very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. All right, so now we got, let's see, we go to the defensive grades. I'm sure these ought to be some stellar numbers here. I don't know how they got this here. James Bradbury graded out at 81.7. Obviously, I guess he wasn't the one covering Cooper Kupp all game. Austin Johnson, another nice game, 77.3. Leonard Williams, he graded out a 76.4. Got that 1.5 sacks in there. Xavier McKinney, I mean, he graded out a 76.3. He did have those 2 interceptions, though. The X-Man, wow, X-Man, 73.2 he graded out at. Oshane Ximines, Raymond Johnson III, graded at 72.8. Sam Beal, we had a Sam Beal sighting. Of course, he was only there for 1 play, but he graded out a 70.3. Wow, I mean, I can't remember the last time I actually read his name. I mean, I know he's been inactive for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. I'm surprised to actually see his name out there. Kean Crossan was out there for 1 snap. He graded out a 70.2. Nate Ebner played strong safety. He graded out a 70.3. He only had 1 snap. And CJ Board was, they got him on defense here. He graded out a 70.2. Reggie Ragland, the middle linebacker, graded out a 66.7. Dexter Lawrence, he was only out there for 42 snaps. Okay, he graded out a 66.3. Apparently, I guess they had Austin Johnson, Leonard Williams in there, Raymond Johnson, Dexter Lawrence. I guess they were just rotating those guys in there. Danny Shelton, they had him in. I guess they were doing some rotating in there. Okay, Carter Coughlin was in there for 13 plays. He graded out a 62.9. Cam Brown, all right, but graded out of 60. Nice to hear his name in there, but he only played 1 snap. Lorenzo Carter had another not so wonderful day. He graded out of 55.4. Adoree Jackson, he played pretty much the whole game. Graded all 66 snaps. He graded out at a 53.3. Azeez Ojulari graded out of 52.1. Danny Shelton, he graded at 51.4. Darnay Holmes played 9 snaps. He graded at a 48.6. Every time he's put in there, he's not getting a lot of snaps. Let me see here. Darnay, okay. First week against Denver, he had 28 snaps. He graded out a 55.7. Then against Washington, he went up to 53 snaps. Okay, he graded out at 60.7. I don't know. Just running out of favor. I don't know. Against Atlanta, he had 1 snap. Against New Orleans, he played 3 snaps. Against Dallas, he was in there for 1 snap, and then against the Rams, he was in there for 9 snaps. So I don't really know. I just don't know. Jabrill Peppers, he graded out at 47. He was in there for 53 snaps. I mean, his tackling, he graded out at 82 for tackling. Okay, his pass rush, I mean, he's good at rushing a passer. They got him in the box, and they send him. His coverage grade is a 44. Yeah, unbelievable. Somehow, James Bradbury had a good game yesterday. He said his coverage grade was an 87.2. Whoever was one covering Cooper Kupp, maybe it was Julian Love. His pass rush, his pass coverage grade, Julian Love, 22.9. It's hard to say. It's hard to believe. Julian Love was the worst. Okay, we got Tay Crowder, middle linebacker. He was in there for all the snaps. He graded out a 45.9. That's pretty much about like Tay Crowder. He was graded out 45.9 last week. Again, he's playing a boatload of snaps. Against Dallas, he graded out a 28.7. New Orleans, he graded out a 31.0. Washington, he graded out a 32.1. So he's having a tough season. They graded him, Mr. Irrelevant, 7th round and all that and everything. So he's having a very tough year. Logan Ryan graded out at 43.8. His coverage grade was a 40.3. As I said, Mr. Duct Tape, Julian Love, he was only in there for 15 snaps, okay? But 23.2 was his grade, 23.2. His coverage grade was a 22.9. Absolutely ungodly. It was all brutal, all around. And you Joe Judge is talking about, we got a lot of football left and this, that, and the other thing, and talk. Until we start seeing something on the field, it's all talk. It's just one brutal game after the other. At least Carolina's coming to town. Carolina's lost their last 3 games. Carolina's now 3-3, and they're not going to have McCaffrey. He's still hurt, so that'll hopefully help the Giants out. Giants are Aaron Robinson and Ellerson Smith. There's been some sightings. So there's possibility, with any luck, either this week coming up or very soon. All right. Hopefully they'll be on the active roster. They've been, I think, taken off the IR, and they have like 20. The Giants have like 21 days to activate them to get them onto the active roster. And if not, I think they're out for the rest of the season. So, I mean, Ellerson Smith, it's been a hamstring. Aaron Robinson's been a core muscle. He had an injury, had surgery and stuff like that. So there's been actually sightings that I've seen. I got to keep an eye on it. So hopefully those two guys will be activated. And it's so huge with this, because if this, you don't want to say the season's over, but guys, the season's pretty much over, okay? Unless you have some miracle turnaround, all right? But it's so important to get these guys that we drafted, okay, onto the field and see what they can actually do. Because if Joe Judge or somebody, makes it to next year, they want to know what do we have with these guys. So it's so important to get these guys on the field and see what they got, because you want to know who you're going to keep and who you're going to get rid of, okay, and who you're going to help draft and all that and everything. So it's so important to get these guys on the field. Now Rodarius Williams, okay, he's out, but we have some film on him. We see what he can do. Azeez Ojulari, we see what he can do. Okay, Gary Brightwell, he's been on, so we can see what he can do. All right, so Kadarius Toney, he keeps getting hurt all shocking. He keeps getting hurt all the time, but we see what he can do. The dude's looking really special. Okay, so but it's so important to get these guys in there to see what they can do, because who knows what's going to happen at the end of the season. It could be a total fire sale, and who knows. I'm waiting for a John Maris sighting, because somewhere along the line he's got to peek his head out from behind the wall or the door or something like that. And he's gonna have to do some talking to see see what he's thinking, what's kind of going on and all that and everything. So I'm kind of waiting to see him. So it's not looking good, guys. But at least there's the game against Carolina coming up. I say this every week. They got a chance. I know I'm sounding like a broken record every week, but they got a chance. Any given Sunday, guys. Any given Sunday. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!